What's up, guys? Welcome back to Simply FPL. Today we're going to have a quick look at how my game week 5 went. Have a quick look at the team, what players got what points, what we're happy with, and what we're not happy with. There'll be quite a few in that bucket. So yeah, let's just get on with it, I guess. So here's the team, how it ended. 72 points. Pretty happy with that. I think you might remember me saying that going into the game week, having so many players playing each other. Certainly Liverpool against Everton had almost half my team. I would have been happy just to maybe have an average points. Actually got above average, climbed the ranks by another 100,000. So 642,000 overall, 307 points. So I think overall we're happy, but there's a few things that we're probably not too happy about. Before we jump into the individual players, you might notice that Pulisic kind of made my team. So in my last video, the Kevin De Bruyne panic special, if you like, we had a quick look at the potential replacements. I said the whole time I was considering either doing nothing or putting Gareth Bale in. And I don't know why I did this, but the last second I just felt inspired to put Pulisic in. Like never kind of panic. That's kind of what my last slide in the last video was. And I put him in. Played all right, didn't get any sort of returns, but it's not necessarily the problem of getting no returns. It's more I didn't really evaluate future fixtures. I had a fairly good plan for the next 5 or 6 game weeks, which now is completely out the window because of different budget, different allocations of funds around the team. So kind of messed that up a little bit. So I'll talk more about that in my next video because I've kind of I've got a fix for it, but it's just going to cost me some hits, unfortunately. So yeah, I made 3 subs, brought Son and Wilson in early on because I had 2 spares. I had 2 free transfers. Pulisic took a -4 hit. Again, I'm not going to mention that for the rest of this video. It was a bad sub, going to cost me some points to fix as well. So anyway. We'll start at the back, I guess. So Martinez, Aston Villa are just looking unbelievable in defence. Like I've seen some teams kind of doubling up and even trebling up on the back line with Villa. Now, I made I wouldn't call it a mistake. In hindsight, it's a mistake having Villa's reserve goalkeeper because moving forward they've got such good fixtures. I might want to get another 2 outfield players, which obviously I can't do now. So sticking just to Martinez, he made 5 saves, all kind of rudimentary saves. I mean, it wasn't the hardest game. Like Leicester didn't really do too much without Vardy, but got himself some bonus points, 9 more points in the bag. Villa have got some nice easy fixtures. Very happy that I put Martinez in. Let's just look at the whole Everton and Liverpool players in one go, shall we? They're in the same game. So first of all, like what a game. As an Everton fan, I think I aged 10 years in that 90 minutes. I was fairly delighted to get out of that with a point. Well, I don't know how Everton got out of it with only 10 men, but sure, there's probably been enough spoken about that. So Alexander-Arnold, like again, like it's like every week I'm just waiting for him to get a massive return. He's probably he's certainly the only one of the 5 that I've got that didn't get a return, but he just didn't look like he was up to much. It was kind of like Henderson was kind of playing in front of him, so it wasn't allowing him to get up into kind of Everton's box as much as Robertson. If I had a magic wand, I'd swap him for Robertson moving forward because Robertson's just like he's just getting returns every week the last couple of games. So we're not going to panic. We're not going to take Alexander-Arnold out. I think a lot of people are going to be trebling up on Liverpool. They've got quite easy fixtures coming up. So look, 1 point. Still occupying 7 million of my budget, so it's a bit of a worry, but I'm not going to rush to get rid of him anytime soon. Luca Digne, with 20 minutes left, I was like, oh, I've got to get rid of Luca Digne because I can't keep having 3 Everton players for the whole season because like if Digne blanks, they've already let in a couple of goals. Like again, it's 6.5 million. I just don't want allocated into a player potentially when I've already got 2 other Everton players, and he pops up, grabs himself an assist for the equalising goal and gets himself a bonus point, and then 7 points. All of a sudden we're like, happy days, let's keep him. So yeah, good returns. He's looking good. It's just the second Everton's fixtures change, I'm not getting rid of Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin. It's very unlikely that either of those 2 are going anywhere, certainly with the big price increases that they've gone through. If you get rid of them and get them back, you're going to end up spending another 0.4, 0.5 million by the time we're done. So Luca Digne will be getting the chop eventually. The second the fixtures change, he's going to be gone. But for the time being, he's getting the occasional assist. He looks dangerous when he's in the opposition box. And again, I think he's still going to be one of the top scoring players in FPL. Reece James came on for a couple of minutes. Like that, I was so certain that wasn't going to happen. Came on for a couple of minutes. I don't even know if he got a touch. Got me the 1 point. More importantly, it meant that Podence wasn't going to come on. So when every time Podence kind of got up towards the Leeds box, I was panicking that he was going to score, get a massive return, and then the fact James played a minute was going to be a problem. So yeah, I'm going to eventually be swapping Reece James probably for Chilwell. So I think my next sub may be that. I've got a nice plan for the next 4 or 5 weeks. But Reece James is not going to be involved after that point. I think he's too much of a risk. 5 million is not exactly a cheap defender. His price already dropped once now, so I want to make sure I'm not losing too much on him. And also, I don't want him occupying a space that a decent player could potentially be in. Size. Again, eventually he's going to be cut because Wolves are just not... They just don't look like the Wolves of last season. And again, he's quite expensive. But saying that, he pinged an absolute beaut of a goal in. I can't remember who it was who was just offside. Whoever put the ball into him was fractionally offside. It was ruled out. Like Sice, if he gets that goal, gets the clean sheet, he's then getting the 3 bonus points. I mean, we're looking at a 15-point return. So I think for the time being, Sice is going to stay in. It's great to get a clean sheet and the 1 bonus point. And he looks like he'll get attacking returns too. So I'm kind of on the fence for him. I think he'll go eventually if Wolves keep playing the way they're kind of playing, because I don't think they're going to keep a huge amount of clean sheets like this. But for the time being, look, he's going to stay for another week at least. I think Wolves, do they have Newcastle next at home? Good fixture, so let's see what happens there. Mo Salah. Now, I did say I'd speak about Everton and Liverpool all in one go, but I guess I kind of moved on to the defenders. Mo Salah, like, that goal against Everton, like, as an Everton fan, you're watching it, and, like, the ball bounces to him. He just swings his foot at it, and it just pings into the top corner. Like, he scored the two similar goals against Aston Villa there 2 weeks ago. It's just he doesn't look great for 80% of the game, and then he out of nowhere he'll just ping a goal or two. So again, more returns, 7 points, happy days, nothing to talk about. He's probably never going to leave my team. James Rodriguez got an assist in a year. The assists he's getting, because he's taking so many corners. He takes all the corners. Like, Richarlison's going to be out now for 3 games. He'll probably be on pens. I've said it once, said it twice, I'll say it 3 times. He's probably never going to be taken out of my team. He just looks so good. Even in a game where Liverpool kind of dominate, James Rodriguez just still popping up with a couple of points. And again, if you'd offered me 4 points before... In fact, you've offered me 17 points from 3 Everton players before that game, I'd have snapped your hand off. So James Rodriguez contributing 4 of those. I'm fairly chuffed with that. Pulisic, not talking about. Still quite sore over it. He played okay, got me no points, move on. So having Son as captain is like the 10 minutes into that Tottenham game I'm watching, and I'm so conflicted because in one instance I'm gaining loads of points on 2 lads I've got quite big side bets with, because neither of them had any Tottenham players. But then with every goal comes like Kane getting a mammoth amount of points. So I was tracking my team on live FPL. It kind of tells you whereabouts you are currently based on the points you've got right now, not kind of at the end of the day. Every time a goal went in, I was dropping points, even though I had Son captain, just because most people above me probably have Kane and Son on one of them captains. So it's kind of conflicting, but came out of it with 13 points. I've actually nailed my captain every single week. So I think 4 of my 5 game weeks, I've picked the best performing player on my team. And on that 5th, I can't remember, maybe it was Aubameyang. I can't remember who it was, but he got like 5 or 6 points. I think it was Aubameyang got 5 double to 10 when Salah might have got 7 or 8. So yeah, my captaincy picks have been dead on. So long may that continue. I think Son, he's unlikely to go anywhere out of my team anytime soon. If anything, I'm probably going to bring Kane in as well. We'll talk more about that tomorrow or Friday when the game week 6 preview comes out. Wilson, so I was so hopeful of Newcastle. Like, I spent a huge amount of time talking about how much I thought Newcastle could do well against United, all the potential areas where they could get points. That game against United, they were so bad. Like United fans are celebrating hammering Newcastle, but I don't know. United did all right, but Newcastle were just so poor. Like, it was potentially the worst. I've watched almost all the games this season due to the times they're on, and that may have been the worst performance of any team I've seen so far. I think they conceded the most shots, or most touches in the opposition area of any team this season. And who's second in that? Newcastle again. I think against Tottenham they conceded almost as many as their United. So I don't like to knee-jerk, but I'm having second thoughts about this Wilson decision. Again, save it for the next video that's coming out, but I've worked out a way where I can drastically improve my team. It'll involve Wilson, Pulisic, probably Harry Kane as well. So we're going to go through that. But yeah, Wilson's time is probably numbered in this team. Always save the best for last. Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski pops up again. The second he jumps in the air, like, he must get about 2 foot ahead of Robertson. Is anyone betting against him? Like, the second that hits his head, you just know Adrian's not getting there. And as an Everton fan, I'm screaming like a girl. Secondly, I'm realising I'm getting points for fantasy football. So it's going to be the bargain of the season. I mean, what has he already had? Like 7 or 8 price rises? I've kind of lost track at this point. He started as a £7 million striker. I don't see how he doesn't finish at least 9 million. He's going to play every single game. Everton don't really have another decent striker. He's only getting better and better. And I think, again, his ownership's the most of any other player. He's owned by more than Salah. So, yeah, I just, he's never leaving my team. Him and Salah will probably be in my team till the end. And, yeah, a couple of nice fixtures coming up before the fixtures turn for Everton. So, quick look at the bench. The lap. His time's done. He's just going to sit in my team until I have a wild card. And if there's a better £4.5 million option, likely Brewster, I'll probably just swap him out. Otherwise, he's just going to be bench fodder. Pedence. Now, I thought he looked quite good. Only got 3 points. The 1 point for the clean sheet, right? He played pretty, like, he's so attacking. He plays up front basically with Jimenez. I'm still happy to have him at £5.5 million. The only risk is he's likely only going to get 60 to 70 minutes a game. They've just got Neto, they've got Traore, they've got a couple of lads who are kind of rotating in those spots. So if he can nail his first team spot, 60, 70 minutes a game, £5.5 million, I'm happy with that. He's going to get quite a lot of returns. He's unlucky not to get returns in the last game. Yeah, so he sat on my bench this week, but he's probably going to start next week at home to Newcastle for me. And Mitchell looked quite good for a lot of the game. I think Crystal Palace are just not very fun to watch, right? So did he get booked as well? That's why he only finished on 1 point. I think his starting position may be at risk as well. So again, probably just going to sit on my bench until I can work out a better plan. I think a lot of my focus is in 12 players at the moment. So the 11 you've got plus Pedence. The other 3, look, maybe they'll never need to be used because the other guys always get games. So yeah, that's the team and how we did. So yeah, we've flew up the ranks, 642,000th. We're very happy with that. We've got a good team going forward. I think we're going to catch up a lot of these lads that kind of had really poor teams in week 1, week 2, got a bit lucky and are kind of still up and starting to drop now. So yeah, very happy. Green arrows all around. And yeah, that's the team. So that's the end of the video as well. So if you have watched to this point, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you watching 12 minutes of me talking to myself. So sure, why not join in again? My next video on either tomorrow or Friday should be a good one. I've made a very decent plan on what I'm going to do moving forward, and I think my team looks very, very good now. I think this game week coming up now, I just don't see how I don't get really good points. Like, it'd be great if I could break the top 400,000 after next week, and yeah, kick on from there. So yeah, drop a comment. Any feedback always welcome, and any questions, again, pop them down. They do kind of help me decide on the topics for a lot of videos as well. So yeah, take it easy, and we'll see you in a day or two.